Hey history buffs, welcome back to another deep dive into the past. Today, I'm uncovering a fascinating journey: Moses, Pharaoh, the Jews, Egypt, and Yemen. Let's start with the agreed-upon history. Abraham, the patriarch, initially moved west and settled near the West Bank. His first son, Ismail, was taken to what is now Mecca, while his second son, Isaac, stayed with him. Isaac's son, Jacob, also known as Israel, had a son named Joseph. And Joseph, after being sold into slavery, rose to prominence in Egypt. He eventually brought his entire family, the Israelites, to Egypt. Generations passed, and Moses was born among the Israelites in Egypt. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace but eventually clashed with him, leading Moses to guide his people out of Egypt and into the Sinai desert. Here's where things get murky. Despite countless searches and explorations, there's a lack of solid historical evidence for this story in Egypt and Sinai. No artifacts, no writings, no remains, nothing. Defenders of this story argue that we simply haven't excavated enough, or that the evidence is buried deep under sand and debris. Some suggest that ancient Egypt might have deliberately erased this part of their history. But there's another intriguing theory. Some Arab scholars argue that the story of Moses and the Pharaoh actually took place in Yemen. They offer several place names, geographical details, and other evidence to support their claim, contrasting sharply with the sparse evidence in Egypt. So, how do we reconcile these two stories? Consider this. While Jacob and his family did enter Egypt from the northeast, many of their descendants might have moved to Upper Egypt in the south. During Moses' time, Egypt had vast ties with Africa, including Ethiopia and northern Sudan. When Moses clashed with Pharaoh, the Israelites could have crossed the Red Sea at its narrowest point in the south, leading them to Yemen. In Yemen, they could have named places in the Egyptian style and imitated their Egyptian life, explaining the Jewish findings there. From Yemen, it would have been relatively easy for some groups to migrate to Ethiopia and Sudan, explaining the Jewish presence in Ethiopia, which has puzzled historians for years. Expanding this theory northwards, it's plausible that some Jews moved back up to Medina and other cities from Yemen. So, what do you think? Could this alternative theory hold water? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more intriguing historical adventures. Thanks for watching.